Okay, this is a quick video to show those folks out there that are interested to know how to change the oil themselves in a, this is a Jetta TDi. This particular model is a 2006, but others may be very similar. So step one is to get a set of ramps to make it easier. Put the car up on ramps, and then here I'll show you guys the material that's going to be required. The drain plug itself uses a 19mm wrench, so we have that. This is a 1.25" ratchet and socket for the actual oil filter. Here's the oil filter. This is a man filter, HU 719/7X, and then the oil that I'm going to put into this is a Shell Rotella T6 full synthetic 5W40, and it's going to take a little more than this particular quantity. This is a gallon in here. It's going to take a little bit extra, so I've got an extra can there for that. All right, let's get to it. Okay, to get started, I just want to remind everyone that I'm not a professional mechanic, but this is just an oil change, and it's not a big deal. I've done it tons of times. So just pop the engine cover off and set it aside. Watch the dipstick here. You've got to kind of get around it. And then this engine's already warmed up. There's the oil filter right there. What you want to do is you want to go ahead and loosen the cap to relieve any pressure. So you can see there's steam coming out of the oil because it's already warmed up. So you want to go ahead and do that, and then you want to adjust your drain pan that's underneath here to be under the drain plug. And we're not probably going to get a great shot at it, but I'm going to take and put my wrench directly over this and open it, and we'll show it to you draining. Okay, so we've just cracked the bolt loose. It was 19mm. Now we're going to go ahead and drain this out. This is pretty hot, so I've got a nice 15-quart drain container here. It's made to catch oil, so this is what you want to use if you're going to especially be draining it hot like I am. And for me, what I did is I put seafoam into my engine for about exactly 100 miles. So you can see there's no spill on the ground, but my hands got a little bit, and because I had gloves on, but I can tell you it is hot. Make sure it's draining into it, and it is. All right, we'll let that drain out. We'll go do the filter. All right, so now we're at the top side, about to crack the filter, and this is an 1.25". I think there's a metric version as well, but it's really easy with a socket that's built for it. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep working this out, lefty loosey. Again, it's not too difficult to do this, and when you do release it, what's nice is you'll get some extra oil out towards the bottom. Okay, the filter is loose. I let it drain out for a couple minutes. Now we're going to go ahead and take it down and work on it. There might be a little bit of oil that comes out. So here's the old filter. It just kind of pops out, and what I did is I took the old filter box, I put a plastic bag around it to keep it neat and clean until I can get to my local Walmart. Here is where I recycle my oil and filter, but any local oil place will take it for you. Then to make it easy, what I do is I use a little pick to get the O-ring out, and that's the benefit of doing things yourself, because you can do them right. And replace the O-ring like so. Then I'm going to put a little bit of oil on this as well. I've got some on my hand, so it's already getting some, but there's actually a little channel in this that it will fall right into. So what I like to do is is take a little bit of the new oil and can't get a little bit in there. Yeah, I got a little bit on my hands here, and I'll just give the O-ring just a quick coat. I mean, you can use the old oil. I use the new stuff. It doesn't matter. It's not a big deal. The other thing I like to do is put some. There's an O-ring if you look right here. So I want to go ahead and coat that a little bit as well with a little bit of the oil. It's really important you do this because it keeps the O-rings nice and sealed within this engine. And this is a man filter, so being a German car, this works pretty well for it. You just pop it into place, and let's go ahead and install it. All right, so I've just put the filter in. It's got the new O-rings, a little bit of a drip there. Some people call that a frame drip. I always like to just get it real quick. And we just do it kind of hand tight for now, and then we'll go back. And if you read the cap itself, it tells you how much to tighten it. And I'll go back with a torque wrench, but for now we're just gonna snug her up. Just, you don't want to over tighten this. The O-rings pretty much do the jobs for you. So when it stops, you're pretty much done right there. Okay, we got our torque wrench out. Again, same bolt. Got it set to 25 Newton meters, which is approximately 18 foot-pounds. As you can see, it was right spot on. It turned just barely. All right, we're done with that, and we're gonna go ahead and put the drain plug in at the bottom so we can fill the engine with oil. Okay, so this is the drain plug from the bottom. What I've done is I've got a bunch of these copper crush washers that I picked up from ECS Tuning. So I'll leave a link in the description if people are looking for these. This is really convenient because it works on my Jetta TDi, and they also fit on my W163 ML 430 as well as my GL 450. So just that was kind of convenient of the Germans, just the same one. So all right, I'm gonna go put this at the bottom. Okay, so we are just threading the drain bolt on. This isn't any big deal here, and you just cinch it down slightly with a wrench, but other than that, that's okay. This is just me cinching it down. This is pretty straightforward here. That's about all you need. It's just a little tap, and that's it, because that copper crush washer is going to hold. Okay, we're going to go ahead and add this gallon fully using a funnel here. Again, a cheap funnel from Walmart, just to save me from making a mess. The TDi engine has kind of a stop plate right under it, so you can't just shove the funnel in there as you can with some of the other cars. This one, I'm actually having to hold up the funnel about a ½ inch so that I can flow the oil nicely. But let's just see, but that's how you add the oil. Okay, so we've added just 1 gallon. What this is going to allow us to do is safely start the car, take it off the ramps, and then check the oil level. And you're probably going to add, well, in this car, you'll probably add about a ½ quart more. But just do a quick check. Everything is clear to start. Okay, we are just checking for leaks. We've started the vehicle. There are no leaks here, and there are no leaks around the filter, around the cap, dipstick, anything. So now we're just going to take the car down off the ramps. Okay, we're back in the car off the ramps. Okay, this is the final thing you do. You check the oil, and it is about a ½ quart low. So we'll go ahead and just add that. All right, this is just the final top off. Needed about a ½ quart, so I'm just gonna top it off. That looks about right. Okay, so the final thing I like to do is I like to look at this this gasket here under the cap. On my other two cars, I had to replace it. This vehicle's got about 130,000 miles on it. So right now it looks okay, but I'll probably just next oil change just get one of these, and when I do it, I'll just replace it. This is a common culprit of allowing moisture into the engine. So if you see that, just simple things as like replacing that gasket will likely do it. Okay, and as a final step, don't forget to replace the engine cover so everything's all good and done. And that is how you complete the oil change in a 2006 Jetta TDi. Probably other Volkswagens and other vehicles in general, probably very similar. So I hope this little video has helped. Thanks. Bye.